All right, so we are live, right? We are live here on the group. Welcome everybody to this session. In this video, I'm going to share with you a powerful personal brand content strategy we use at fabulous.com. Okay, this powerful strategy, I'm going to show you what I do with TikTok. Although I'm going to talk to you about YouTube, but this is mainly with TikTok. And this strategy of building your personal brand with content, this specific thing that I'm going to show you takes me about 45 to 1 hour to do. And that is because of the content built on TikTok. So the strategy is every day I build 3 pieces of content on TikTok, okay? So I'm going to put here TikTok, and let's count the amount of content that we're putting out there. So 3 pieces of content per day on TikTok. So what I do is it takes me about 45 to 1 hour to do this. I record the videos, and then I save them as a draft. The first one I publish right away, and then I save the two one for draft for the rest of the day. And that is 3 pieces of content, right? That I do it. Then what happens is this, and I'm showing you what I do with TikTok, but this, you see YouTube pointing to the automated part here, is because what I do is these pieces of videos that I publish, what I do is I repurpose that content, okay? And I use a tool, is the this tool right here, Snaptic app, right? To get the video without the watermark on my phone, right? And so what happens each and every video. So these 3 pieces of content that I do on TikTok, I automatically, and this is automated, what I do is this, I repurpose, and this is on complete automation. I repurpose that piece of content on YouTube Shorts automatically, okay? So it adds the title, the description with my links, the hashtags and everything on complete autopilot into YouTube Shorts. So what happens here is YouTube Shorts, because I did 3 TikToks, I repurpose automatically on the YouTube Shorts. That means this day, today, so it's extra 3 pieces of content on YouTube, okay? So at this point, we are at 6 pieces of content published, okay? Now, I also automate and I publish on LinkedIn, and because it's 3 times, 3 TikTok videos, it's another 3. So at this point, 7, 8, 9, so we're at this point, we have 9 pieces of content published okay? Now let's go here to the third, it's Facebook page. So I automatically share into my Facebook page. That is another 3 pieces of content, right? So that is 12 pieces of content up to this point, right? Automatically, I also share it on Pinterest, right? And on Pinterest, I share in multiple groups. Actually, I share it, I believe it's 4 or 5 groups. So right here, although it's many pieces of content per day, I would say, because I post in multiple groups, let's say just right here is, I do it in multiple groups. So the thing is, I would say 3 times 4 groups, that would be 12 pieces of content, right? On Pinterest, right? 12 pieces of content. So 12 plus 12, that is 24 pieces of content published. Okay, the next platform that I post on automatically is to Twitter. And so that is another 3 pieces of content. So at this point, we are 24, 25, 26, 27 pieces of content now that we share. And also, this is the automated part. This happens on complete automation. And I show you how to do this step by step at fabulous.com. But if you want to do this, you can absolutely do it. I use the tool Zapier.com, and that's the tool that lets me automate all of this. And okay, so this is the automated part. But now the manual part, which is manually, I go ahead and I do this as well when I publish a TikTok video, is I put it on Instagram Reels. So that is another 3 pieces of content, right? So we were at 27, 28, 29, 30 pieces of content published here. Also, I share it on manually on Instagram stories. So that's another 3 pieces of content. So at this point, we are at 33 pieces of content. And then I also do it on Facebook stories. So here's another 3, right? And that is 36 pieces of content. Now, I could share it as well on my Facebook profile and group, but I don't do that. But that's a possibility, okay? But these are the places that I currently do. And this equals to 36 pieces of content published on the internet in multiple platforms by just doing 3 pieces of content on TikTok. Now, this is the power of building your brand. This is the power of building your brand with speed, because this, if you do 3 TikToks per day, it adds momentum. Momentum kicks in, algorithms kicks in. And what I'm talking to you about is that, like, for each video that I do on YouTube Shorts, for example, many of them get like 5,000 views, get people commenting, right? Traffic, 4,000 views, 3,000 views. Some of them get like little views, like 20 views or 30, but some take off, right? Like for instance, on Instagram Reels, some videos get loads of traffic and people engaging. Pinterest automatically, because we have descriptions, we have sending them to our funnel through our stuff. We have on the Facebook page, LinkedIn as well, and all these places. So it's equals to 36 pieces of content put out by just spending 45 to 1 hour a day. Okay, this is how to leverage the power of automation and content. And this is what, you know, people like Gary Vee and the top people do, is they repurpose a lot of their content, and they have omnipresence. They're everywhere, and that really builds momentum and builds a brand online, because the people that are more seen are the ones that because if you're not seen, like Grant Cardone says, if you're not seen, nobody knows about you. Nobody's going to do business with you. So you need to put yourself out there. And this strategy right here, it only takes me 1 hour a day, and boom, it publishes 36 pieces of content, 36 pieces of content, mostly on automation. Because this part right here on the manual part, where you do Instagram, where you act to Instagram Reels, Instagram Stories, and Facebook Stories, this to me takes about 5 minutes or less. It takes 5 minutes once you know what you're doing, right? It's 5 minutes. And this automated part, this one, it's automated. So basically, you're just uploading one video to your Google Drive folder, TikTok, and automatically it will share to all of these social media platforms on complete autopilot. Okay, just to show you the power of using this absolutely killer strategy that most people out there are not even using, and this is really powerful. Okay, really powerful. Now, when I post a YouTube video as well, this YouTube video automatically on automation, without me even touching one single button, will automatically be shared to all of these social media platforms on complete autopilot. Now, this does a couple of things for my YouTube video. One, for my YouTube video, it does one very important thing. I mean, it does backlinks. YouTube, the more shares a YouTube video has, the more YouTube will push your video. So this is doing that, especially here on Pinterest, because I'm sharing in multiple groups, in multiple boards, call them boards, groups, where you can share your stuff there. And I share to groups like affiliate marketing groups, make money online, and groups like that, right? And so this is what it's doing. But also the other thing it's doing is, from one piece of content that I do on YouTube, a long format video, right? It automatically shares for me on all of these social media platforms. Okay. But the real power lies in doing 3 TikToks a day, because think about this. One day equals 36 pieces of content published. So 36, let's say 36 pieces of content times 30 days, which is 1 month. That's equal to 1,080 posts of yours with your content in one single month. Now, 1,080, 1,000 and 1,000, 1,000. What is yeah, 1,080 times 12, which is 12 months. That is 12,964 pieces of content of yours published. Now, if you know the power of social media, like YouTube, like Pinterest, they actually index your content on the search engines, search engines. Like when people search, they can find your content. So you're getting, and also backlinks and everything. So you're putting yourself out there, you're building your brand, you're building connections and links into your business. People are clicking in multiple places. It's just a really powerful strategy that people are just not seeing it. Okay. So like I said, I teach this at fabulous.com in detail, because of course, you know, people pay to work with me so they can get these systems working, right? And build their brand. That's basically what I do at fabulous.com now, is help people build their brand with YouTube and TikTok, and also how to monetize their brand as well. This is more of a long-term strategy, which is how you can really build freedom on the internet, is through building your brand. And you're doing through this, right? So this is really cool. And you can grab this information and you can do it yourself too. Absolutely. Simply by utilizing TikTok, right? And downloading the video without the watermark, and then setting up everything in Zapier.com, and also manually adding into the other social media platforms. Okay. So yeah, there we go. I hope that was helpful. It's really powerful, this stuff, right? And yeah, looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers. Have a blessing day.